they ended up on a land where in the language that they were speaking, they kept saying Jamaica. That means that we're stuck.
Oh, wow.
So,
sorry, them called sobolo. Susumba we know in Jamaica, Ghana know this as either turkey berry or a bedu. Next up, we
people's houses, the shops, markets, and it basically means invite yourself and feel like you're at home.
Hi, my name is Ryan, and one thing that felt strange at first, but I was totally normal, is eating with my hands.
Beaches I've been to before are Keta, the Cape Coast beaches as well, and a couple others in the Volta region. This beach, Bojo Beach, is a close contender.
Well, this is what some of you do. And when he broke up with you, say, after all I did for you, after this, I suffered. Did he send you? He said, let's go in. Some of you will say, let's go and eat out. He said.
So an African American is sharing his first time shocking experience that he had when he came to Ghana. And also I have other foreigners sharing their wonderful experiences living and visiting Ghana. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. As I always say, you don't lose anything by just giving the video a thumbs up. Comment, share, comment and share. Let's go into the video.
All right, I want to talk to you about another experience that I had when I first came to Ghana. It was something that amazed me, but it probably wouldn't amaze you, but it had my mind just going. We were down at that major market, and my cousin needed to park the car. So he drove it to a place where the guy was watching all the cars. We got out of the car and he gave the guy his keys. And the guy didn't print anything off or nothing. He just took the keys and put it in his pocket. And I asked my cousin, I said, how do you know that guy is supposed to be watching these cars? And what if he just takes it off with the car and drive off with it? You just gave him a key. Do you even have a receipt saying that any proof that you gave him the car? You know, I'm asking all those questions. And he said, no, when I come back, they'll just give me the key. I'll pay him for watching it and we'll leave. And so the whole time we were walking, in the back of my mind, I said, man, somebody's going to steal his car because he doesn't have a key. He doesn't have any proof. He doesn't have any evidence that he even gave the man the key. So when we got back, time to get the car, I said, here we go. The guy takes all the keys out of his pocket and set them on the car. Literally set all the keys on the car and tell him, he said, which one is yours? Which key is yours? So my cousin's going through, okay, it's this one. And he gives the man some money and then we leave. But I'm saying to myself then, how does the guy know you're telling the truth? How does he know you're telling the truth? You see here, guys, if you do that with no evidence, your cars are gone, okay? You have to have proof, all sorts of things that we have because we don't trust each other that much. And you shouldn't. And if you had a fancy car, that car was gone, okay? They're gonna take it. So that was amazing to me because I'm asking all sorts of questions. I'm looking at the guy with the keys and I'm like, that's a whole lot of responsibility for somebody that you don't know. But that's how the trust level works in Ghana. All right.
Things that just make sense in Ghana that also make me feel like I'm on a TV show just a little bit. I've just come back from 2 weeks in Ghana. Here are some things that I noticed. God is everywhere, quite literally. Signs on shops, cars, everywhere you look. God is omnipresent. Second thing, you can buy anything you want at any given time. I was in the car on the way to the mall. And on the way there, I was like, do I even need to go to the mall? Because the street sellers are selling everything. From mini car hoovers, Diary of a CEO books. Like, it's crazy. The entrepreneurship, 10 out of 10. Ghanaians are also, we are the kindest bunch. And I didn't have enough change for one of my Ubers. This guy and his wife were walking past the Uber. So I said, do you have any change? The guy said, no, sorry. Then they paid for my Uber. I've never had that in London. I felt like a babe in a film. Lights off, yeah. Doing your makeup in complete darkness with no AC. Your top lip soaking wet. Survival mode. I felt like I was in a survival movie. Ghana, man. I'm gonna see you next year.
Can you tell the world one extraordinary thing about Jamaica that most people don't know?
Let me see. I would say that Jamaicans and the land of Jamaica the actual story of why they call it Jamaica was because when our ancestors were like taken from Ghana and the west coast of Africa, they were aiming to get to a space where they could have their freedom and liberation. So they actually were escaping slavery and they actually rebelled. A lot of Jamaicans were rebelling and they were successful, but they ended up on a land where in the language that they were speaking, they kept saying Jamaica. That means that we're stuck. Oh, wow. So they just kept saying Jamaica, Jamaica, like we're stuck. We don't know where we're going because they're on this island and them don't know where they was going. And so that's actually where the word Jamaica comes from. But I will say, we are not a people who are stuck. We are highly liberated, you know what I mean? Within and all around. We just got to keep going, got to keep flowing.
Let me explain what I have noticed right here in Ghana as a Nigerian living here. People here don't always make noise about money. They don't. And it's not as if the people here are not doing well. Matter of fact, they are. But you see, there is a difference in all of those things because it is very quiet. It's steady. Now, you are going to see someone who lives in this country, a Ghanaian, I mean, that is doing very well. They are doing big things. And they are just, normal about it. There is no noise. There's no pressure. There's no, I want to prove a point. And you could see this even the way people shop here. It surprises me. Now, you can go out with someone. They are going to pick whatever it is they want to pick. They are going to pay and they are going to move. Simple. It's that simple for them. And this is me in my head. I am literally calculating everything that I pick. And for a foreigner, it hit me. It hit me that this is not just about money. It is about mindset. And I want to tell you guys that this has made me to start questioning myself when it comes to, how I view money. And this is because maybe not everything that you do needs to, make noise. So there's actually a part that has shocked me the most about Ghanaians, okay? And this is when I see young women actually applying this.
Ghana has some lovely beaches. Ghana Diaries Day 10. This was Easter Monday. I wanted to make sure we had a really nice family day planned and we headed to Bojo Beach. Everyone bangs on about the body. Trust me, there's some gorgeous beaches just outside of Accra. Took about an hour and a half to get there. Beaches I've been to before are Keta, the Cape Coast beaches as well, and a couple others in the Volta region. This beach, Bojo Beach, is a close contender. Gorgeous white sands. Take this little boat over to get to the sandy part. It's like a fun experience. It's like 10 cedis per person to go. This was the most wholesome family day we had. There was music, there was drinks, horse rides, like my dad fully went on the horse, the kids went on the horse. We had food. I'm having tilapia and fried yam. We all got in the sea, like we were fully immersed in the sea. Like it was just a beautiful day. Because it was the Easter festivities, had cultural dances as well. So, everyone was having a vibe, traditional Ghanaian Akan dances. If you're in Accra, I would highly recommend just taking a trip to Bojo Beach for the day. 10 out of 10 vibes, man. Ghana, day 10. We're almost at the end, done.
Guys, bonjour. Guys, see, Ghana men, they are soft. Ghana men are soft too. Ghana men are gentle. Forget this. People say Ghana men are stingy, Ghana men are this and blah blah blah. It's not all of them, of course. It's not all of them. Some of you ladies are the problem. You've gone to visit a guy, a Ghanaian boyfriend. He said, let's prepare soup. I would buy banku from outside. And you want to prove that you are a wife material. You said, no, I'll cook from scratch. I learned some of you are cooking kenke from scratch. What is wrong with you, fine girl? This guy didn't send you. This is what some of you do. And when he broke up with you, say, after all I did for you, after this I suffered, did he send you? He said, let's go in. Some of you will say, let's go and eat out. He said, he knew why he said, let's go and eat out. See, Ghanaian men are romantic. They are soft. Listen, see, I'm saying Ghanaian men are soft too. Ghana men are soft. When I say soft, I don't mean that they are weak or they are fragile. I just mean that they just know how their way around women, how to treat a woman. Don't get it twisted. Of course, there are some Ghanaian men who don't know how to treat a woman right. Of course. But when you are talking about the majority, there is a ratio. When I'm saying Ghanaian men assault, I'm trying to say that majority actually, like, they are character-wise, they just know how to. They just know how to be nice to women. They may not give you money, but it's not all of them as well. I just don't know how to say this thing. I just know that Ghanaian women, start appreciating your men. Okay? Start appreciating your men, because they are very, very, very good. Okay?
What is it like to date a Ghanaian man? I've been dating my Ghanaian for a little bit over 2 years, and this is some of the things that I've learned while dating him. Traditional gender roles. Men are the provider and women tend to be doing the housework. If they want to have a job, they can have a job, but the man tends to provide 100% of the house bills and anything that belongs to the house. Family. Family is very important to a Ghanaian man. When it comes to being in a relationship, your family and their family becomes all one. If there's a conflict in the relationship or in the family, we will all get together and discuss the issue and we will solve it as a family. Honesty. A Ghanaian man values honesty no matter what. Ghanaian men know what they want. Whenever they try to approach you or they try to want something serious with you, they will tell you from the jump that they are interested in you and they will chase you no matter what. And lastly, when a Ghanaian man really loves you, they will break their back for you. They will hustle really hard. If they have to get 3 jobs to take care of you, they're going to get 3 jobs to take care of you, and they will spend their last city on you.
Today is all about the foods you can find in Ghana, but Ghanaians don't really eat it like we. Number 1 has to be ackee. There's so much ackee in Ghana. When I say so much, I mean so much. And Ghanaians don't eat ackee. Breadfruit. You want breadfruit? How Ghanaians don't eat breadfruit? How? Next up we have kalaloo. They call it alefu. They don't eat it as much as we do. Now, the next one is tamarind or tamarind for my English-speaking people. There's so much tamarind in Ghana, and they don't eat it the same way we do. Big up on yourself.
The girls trip in Ghana continues, and here's another day in my life in Accra. We had the best sleep last night as we didn't go out, so we woke up quite early and went straight to the pool. And please tell me why I only noticed now that the hotel has a whirlpool. We enjoyed some pizza by the pool, and then we got ready because we're going to an event today, which starts at 2. I think we pulled up at 5 and it was still too early. It's a spring event at Kozo, and I think we put the perfect spring colors on. The setup for the event was outstanding. The fact that you could even take fresh flowers home with you, we were obsessed. Anyways, we headed inside, and as I said, we were like one of the first guests, but we didn't mind. The drinks were here in like 5 minutes. The food came so quickly. This was like the fastest service in Accra. And if you know Kozo, you already know the drinks and the food are just a 10 out of 10. We enjoyed it too much. The animation was on point as well. Ava and I went on a mission to find the loo, and it was even cute in there. One thing about us, we have fun no matter where we go. But I'm not gonna lie, the event was so good. At some point, we were part of the animation team. Since it was kind of a day event, we weren't ready to go home just yet. So we made a stop at Frozen Cabana. My ban is lifted. Then we stopped off at Purple Pub and called it a night. We were shattered. I was gonna end here, but we didn't really do much the next day, so I'm gonna show you that too. Me and Drea went on a date where Ava got her hair done, and we did what we do best, which is eating. We went to Buka, and this pineapple juice was the best one I've had. Drea ordered some gizzard. I went for banku and tilapia, and this banku was so good. Also, we're still on a mission to find the best matcha in Accra, so we went to Saya. They had quite a few options. We didn't even know what to pick. Drea picked the lavender. I went for blueberry. I couldn't even mix mine, but it was really good. Loved the matcha taste. Bye, guys.
Hi, my name is Faith, and my favorite Ghanaian food so far is fufu and granite soup. I make it with my family almost every single day.
Hi, my name is Ben, and one of my favorite Ghanaian phrases is feel free. You hear it when you go to people's houses, the shops, markets, and it basically means invite yourself and feel like you're at home.
Hi, my name is Ryan, and one thing that felt strange at first, but I was totally normal, is eating with my hands.
Hi, my name's Asha, and I'm a year into my service, and some advice I'd give to a new PCV is to always say yes to everything.
I'm Darwin, and a small win I'm proud of is working with my community to reopen a shuttered computer lab.
Hi, my name is Brandon, and what gets me through tough days is making sure that I have something I love as part of my weekly schedule, that being playing with the adult soccer team and also coaching the boys.
Hi, my name is Declan, and one thing that Ghanaian culture has taught me is that you don't have to move fast. In life, you can move at your own pace and it will all work out.
Hello everyone, my name is Ade and my community call me Eleke, which means it is good. And the great thing about my community is that they are fabulous, fantastic, and I love my community.
So, welcome to day one in Accra. And here's our vlog for the day, quick fit check. Then it was off to meet the friends for breakfast. We went to Rose Garden. Can't lie, the food here slapped. Portion sizes were mad, but the food slapped. So it was all good. Bit of a maintenance day for the girls, and they actually had a mare. All I was getting was text that the dresses weren't fitting, but they managed to get it sorted in the end. The boys took on Accra Mall. We were trying to find Ghana tops, but we couldn't find any, and it was baking, so we went to the pool. More maintenance yet again. C had one chip toenail that she needed to get fixed. Whilst the girls were doing that, I actually did get my hair done, and it was only £10, which is nuts. Then we all met back up in the evening. We went to Bella Afrique. It's sort of an Italian twist on like Ghanaian food. They gave us these shakeres as well that we were just, shaking throughout the whole night. Entertainment was top tier, and here's the food. And a little toast, and then we just boogied away.
Some of you might disagree with me, and that's totally okay. But yesterday I went to meet with a new developer that had invited me to their office called Golden Tower for them to introduce to me the new project that they're about to build in the airport area. And a lot of people come to me and be like, Lorraine, there's so many sky rises like coming up, especially in the airport area. Are they really selling? Like, are some of the units going to be vacant? So the office that I went to was actually in the Cas Towers, and I've never been to the Cas Towers before. And I entered into the Cas Towers and I was gobsmacked, like shocked the amount of people that were sitting in the lobby area, either checking in for rooms or because the tower entry for the residential is separate to where the offices and things like that are. So I was legit shocked and surprised the amount of people that were in the lobby area. What for me was a positive sign of the fact that people are actually here. So the growing urbanization that's happening in Accra, the organizations, the companies coming into Accra, the demand that is being created, I generally don't believe that people will spend all the money that they're spending on breaking ground and building sky rises that are 20 floor, 22 floor, large complexes without the fact that there are without knowing that people are going to come and buy. Now, admittedly, there have been some stock, and Ghana is highly seasonal. So typically when it comes to place like Airbnb market and things like that, generally you do tend to find that they are heavily concentrated in terms of vacancies in off-peak seasons. So occupancies are very high during seasons like Christmas, Easter, sometimes even summer months as well, as in terms of like the kind of like holiday periods, like July, August time. Because obviously, I have fond memories as a child, my mum bringing me over for a 6 weeks holiday to Ghana, right? And that tends to happen with families because that's the only time they can get off. So you tend to find those times as being the peak seasons, especially when it comes to Airbnbs. But generally the long-term and short-term rental play also is playing out. And I'm seeing that happening because
keep left.
I'm seeing that happening especially with the growing middle class, and that happening in Accra. Now, I do appreciate this does not apply across the board. So before anybody comes and shoots me down and says like, I have seen it with my own eyes, both sides. I've seen, of course, whenever you're buying property, try and look at your ROI and assess it based on a 50% occupancy rate. Like, I'm very transparent and straightforward when it comes to that. If you're buying a property and you're looking at your yield, sorry, it got cut off. But if you're looking at your yield and you're looking at, okay, when am I going to be able to receive my return on investment? Like, run your numbers based on a 50% occupancy. And if your numbers look and make sense, then yeah, why not, right? Because anything more than that is going to be a bonus. On the flip side, there have been people that have made investments and their apartments unfortunately have remained empty. But you want to also think about, what are you pricing at your unit at? You want to really think about, are you trying to go in for like the sky high prices? Like, what are you doing? Because that's inevitably when your unit's going to be empty for a long period of time. But all this to say, people are building, and they're not building for no reason, because they're building because people are buying. So, and I'm not ignorant of the fact that there are these motorbikes. I'm not ignorant of the fact that, you know, there are units that remain empty during off-peak season. I'm not ignorant of the fact, and I do tell my clients about the seasonality here in Ghana.
Good morning, guys. He is raising Aquala. So we're on our way to church this morning, and after church we'll go to the supermarket to get some stuff to cook stew, chicken, tomatoes, pepper, all of that. And then after church, we may or may not go to a restaurant, but we'll just go to the beach to just chill. At the end of the day, let's do our finishing touches so that we can head out. Happy Easter. I'll be going in with my Zara perfume and also my Kamma perfume. I'm going to do a lot of walking around. I don't want to wear heels.
People, they know them. But we West Africa, they don't identify Ghana, Nigeria, and you know, but Cameroon, no. When they see you speaking English, you Nigerian, you. Everything is Nigeria. Why? I don't know why.
Oh, it's because we're everywhere. Like, Nigerians are known for traveling. We're literally everywhere. So everyone.
If it's bad, it's Nigeria. If it's good, it's Nigeria.
Exactly.
Let's talk about some things I'm noticing in Ghana. The first one is that they have good customer service. I noticed this from when we got to our apartment. They were very communicative even before we got there, and they cared about the little things. Places we went to, we were welcomed appropriately, especially like the beaches and the restaurants, and much care was taken in giving us comfort. But if you were to be in Nigeria, they'll first tell you to wait at the reception, that they are cleaning your room, and then they will clean your room for like 1 hour. And when you enter, you'll find out that that cleaning means that they were actually repairing something, and they were about to give you a room that has things that are not even functioning appropriately. And then they will keep telling you sorry for all your complaints. The second one I noticed is the self-service. I experienced this at their Chicken Man restaurant. It's also because they have 24/7 electricity. Imagine how many things we can achieve in Nigeria with 24/7 electricity. Anyway, our Uber driver was such a kind person, and honestly, having conversations with people is very important, especially as a traveler, because you need as much information as you can get. If we were not engaged with our driver and we not tell him of our destination, we wouldn't have known that we're headed to the wrong place.
Mary, he suffered at Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died, and was buried.
Anyway, I enjoyed the church service. I found the Easter decor to be very nice, especially the cross at the entrance. And after church, we went to the supermarket, literally beside church, just to buy some things to cook. And we ended the day at the beach.
Today we are dealing with same thing, different name, Jamaica versus Ghana. First up, what we call sorrel, them call sobolo. So Sumba we know in Jamaica, Ghana know this as either turkey berry or a bedu. Next up, we have what we know as hominy corn. Ghanaians know it as oblayo. Next, we have peanut brittle. Ghanaians know it as enkati cake. Now, what we call busy, Ghanaians call bitter cola. What we call sauce-up, they call aluguintuguin, but it's still known as sauce-up. What we call kalalu, them call alefu.
So guys, we're back at our favourite restaurant, and we've asked them to surprise us with our drink and meal tonight. So we have no idea what we're getting, so let's wait and see. Ooh, what is it?
This?
Oh.
Unknown.
Unknown? I don't know what it is. Oh, I don't know what that is. That's so nice. What do you rate it? An 8. Yeah, I would say a solid 9.
For the three of you.
Right.
So this is the chili con carne with fried rice.
Nice.
And they have fish professor full of fish and vegetables and rice. Nice. And this Indian curry lentils.
Wow.
UK curry lentils.
Wow.
And this with chicken, right? So we put chicken inside. And then the tortilla.
Wow. Let's try. So good.
So there's no power, hence why it's very dark. But overall, 10 out of 10. Loved it so much.
So yeah, when it comes to dark car parking spaces, I think one popular one that I know is the Circle one. I don't know if that's where he's talking about. In Circle, the guys there, they are like very cool. I remember some time ago I went there and one man came. He was kind of afraid to give out his keys to like one of the guys because the guy is a Nigerian. You know, the guy that is looking after that place is a Nigerian, so he didn't want to. I was trying to convince him to say that no, that's what they do here, like that's his work, so he's not going to take his keys anywhere. But Charlie, the man was not budging. But most of the people that actually come around to park their cars there, they know them, and they know that they are not going to take their keys, or like they are not going to run away with their cars or whatever. So it's something that is there, the trust is there, but it's just sometimes they have one or two people who are like not, especially the new ones, they don't trust it like that, especially if it's a foreigner. They want a Ghanaian. And the Jamaican lady talking about Jamaica being the name of Jamaica and how it was carved. This is something that we've heard a lot of the times, and I think it makes sense because it actually derived from the Akan word Jamaica. Jamaica. It seems we are stuck because you know Jamaica is an island. So I guess when they got there, I don't know how they got there, but when they got there, they realized they couldn't go anywhere. It was basically an island, and I think that's the reason why that name became the name of the country. And when you go to Jamaica today, there are tons of things, monument or whatever things, history. Like when you talk about their history, Ghanaian names are like always in there. Ghanaian names are like always in there. And this lady talking about Ghanaian men, they are softs. Ghanaian men are this, Ghanaian men are that. You know, the average Ghanaian is a very cool, calm person. This is something that everyone knows. So when it comes to the men, the women, they are very calm, they are very cool. You see, we have quite I would say few people that are not cool like that. You know, it's all about traits, but averagely the Ghanaian is very cool. So when you are in a relationship with a Ghanaian man and he genuinely loves you, he is going to go the extra mile to do everything for you. You understand? So that's basically the whole thing. Thank you so much for watching.